what's going on in the comedy world is talk about rape jokes and what's too much and what's too far. And I want to get Kelly's opinion on it. But it does seem, my fiance pointed this out, she saw it on Facebook, that it is getting more and more talk about it. And I guess there's Kurt Metzger's getting into this.
With Molly Neffel.
Molly Neffel's getting into this. And it's like, when could you and Kurt's, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, Kurt and other comedians are taking this side. We're like, you know what? It's a joke. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I say. And some of these women like Molly are saying, you can't just say whatever you want to say. Am I summing it up? Sure. Okay. What do you think? What's going on out there?
Oh, man. I think that every few weeks there's something that people need to talk about, and whether it's, can we do rape jokes? Is this funny? Are women funny?
Right.
There's always something that everyone has to talk about, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't mean anything, and people are wasting a lot of their time.
But what else are these comics going to do with their time?
Yeah, well, it's not even the comics. Like, they didn't start it. It was this, silly little, I'm a journalist. No, you're a blogger, which is very different to a journalist. Journalists bring down the government, and you picked a comedian that no one's really heard of. He doesn't have a TV credit. And you staked him out.
This was Sam Morrill, right?
Yeah, Sam Morrill, yeah.
Okay.
She staked him out. She knew that he had a joke like that. And I've seen the joke, and it's actually not a rape joke at all. It's a joke about social commentary.
What is the joke? Do you know it offhand?
Yeah, the joke is that he goes, oh, my girlfriend's black, and we were having, she likes to talk during sex. Oh, gosh, I fucked this joke up. I apologize, Sam.
Do you know it, Danny?
Yeah, but...
Come over.
Yeah. But he's like, he goes, oh, she likes to talk during sex and she's black. She likes to say the N-word. No. Right?
Oh, no to sex.
Yeah, right. However.
Oh.
Right? And then everyone laughs and everything. And then he says, oh, are you kidding me? He goes, because people get uneasy or they laugh.
Right.
And then he says to the audience, are you kidding me? He goes, you guys all laughed. You would much prefer a rape joke than someone maybe saying the N-word. Are you kidding?
Okay.
So he's actually pointing out that it's not, you would rather a rape joke than the N-word? Come on.
I see where he's going with this. Again, you're repeating a joke that you don't know the exact words for. We talked about this earlier in the week. I don't know if it was yesterday or whenever that jokes when somebody tries to tell them because they're so specific don't work out well. So it doesn't sound very funny, but we get the gist.
Yeah.
And it's not about whether it's funny or not right now. But it's about whether you can tell a rape joke.
He can say whatever he wants.
I agree.
He can say whatever he wants. And it's like the same reason why he can say whatever he wants is the same reason that people can write a blog or, Molly can come out and express her opinions. Like the freedom of speech is that they can say whatever they want against Sam. They can say whatever. If he's going to be a comic, you are opening yourself up to any kind of feedback from anyone. Restaurants have to do it with Yelp, or movies have to do it with reviews, or whatever. But he still has the same right that she has to write that to say the joke in the first place.
I will say that.
It's such an anti-liberal thing. Like, you're a libertarian, right? You're someone who's like, freedom of speech, but you can't say that. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. You're contradicting yourselves.
Right. I do love Molly, but she said dumb things before. I remember she said that we could all work together as a people. I've never heard anything dumb. You know what I mean? So there are dumb things on both sides.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like Kurt, and I think he always has Giannis Papas is the best person to follow as well, because he's always got a very insightful thing. But I just get mad because I'm like, what are you doing, you people? You're writing these articles attacking this comic who, and he had said when she emailed him all that stuff, he didn't reply because he didn't want to get involved. He was like,
the journalist wrote to the
Sam, yeah. Sam. And she was like, so what do you think about rape, huh? And she gave him all these statistics and this massive email. He didn't write back on purpose because he's like, listen, I don't want to open up a dialogue about this. I'm just a comic.
I love it.
Blah, blah, blah,
right?
What
do I think about rape?
And then she put out the article going, he won't respond, blah, blah, blah. And then when he did respond, she didn't update the website saying that he did respond. And I tweeted to her going, if you call yourself a journalist, how about here's the link. He's responded. You should probably do the right thing here.
It's when they rate the article. He did not immediately return my call. Yeah, because you picked up I was in the paper before and for some story and they go, he did not immediately return our call. And I'm like, I couldn't get to the phone. That was literally 10 minutes ago.
But then she tweeted to Giannis. She said, I gave Sam 13 days to respond. He chose to ignore me. He can't ignore print. He was wrong. And it was like that kind of threatening tweet, like, you can't ignore me. Hey, honey, how about you write an article about the pink saris? They're someone who need your attention, they need donations, and they're a group of women who trying to protect rape victims, women like murdered from rape in India.
But only if you're gonna claim that you're trying to stop rape as a thing.
Yeah.
You know, if she's just claiming that she just wants to write about bad jokes, but it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like, hey, you could be stopping rape if you stop talking about it, which is fine. And then at the end go, here's a link to something that can help women or blah, blah, blah. I think a joke is a joke. And if you're easily offended, you don't go there. I don't know any jokes. It's very hard. I was trying to think of, and I don't know all the jokes in the world, but it's hard to think of a joke. It's not impossible, but it's hard to think of a joke that isn't offensive to anyone.
Yes.
And even somebody squeaky clean like Seinfeld, who is known for, like the least offensive, I think, is still has to be someone somewhat stereotypical in his jokes in order for it to be funny. He's making observations.
He has Asian jokes.
But he's not making nice observations. Right. He's not going like, my kid is so awesome. He's in like a great, whatever it is. He's not making, no joke is not offensive. It's just how offensive are you going to be?
But that's the thing. Those articles were going along the lines of, you're contributing to rape culture, you're misogynistic, and that they keep on dropping those two words, rape culture, rape culture. I'm like, this has got nothing, that joke is not going to not get a girl raped at some college party, and get drunk. Like it's not, they're not connected to each other.
The idea behind it is that if we take rape very casually and if we keep speaking about it like it's not hurting people, then rapists or even, that I don't want to call them not rapists, but your college kids that are just messing around too much and going too far and it becomes rape and whatever it is. I know that all this sounds stupid, but it's sort of perpetuating this thing where rape is a very casual thing. But the thing is, racism is not casual either. Homophobia is not casual either. The fact that people shitting on each other constantly, which you have to touch on as a comic, and that's like almost the seemingly the least offensive thing that you could do as a comic is just, oh, here's what I saw walking down the street. You're still offensive. Yeah. You're still saying something about somebody that's liable to hurt someone's feelings. So I don't understand where this woman came from with just the rape situation. You can't just be offended by one joke. You can't. That's when I'm not taking you seriously.
Yeah.
KeithAndTheGirl.com